this week's Goddess Energy Forecast, where each week we share with you divine guidance on where you need to place your attention, your focus, your energy, and also bring through frequencies to help you heal, to inspire you, to empower you, and to uplift you. Here's your host, Abigail Mensah-Bonsu, with this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. Hello, lovelies. Hello, and welcome to a brand new week, a brand new energy that we get to co-create, dance with. So let's go ahead and begin with a centering meditation, a connection meditation, the one that we always do. So just close your eyes. You can go ahead and place your hand on your heart, or one hand on your heart, one on your womb or your stomach, whichever feels good. And begin to breathe into your heart. Breathe into your body. And as you're breathing, you're using your breath to come back to this very moment, to come back into your body. So use this opportunity to call back to you all your energy, all your light, all your blessings from all time, space, realities, dimensions, people, places. Call it all back to you now and ask that it be cleansed and purified before it gets reintegrated into your energy field. Go ahead and call your higher self into your heart. Welcome him or her into your heart. And then lastly, call in your divine team to surround you. Your divine team of light, of the highest light, to surround you in their love and their light, their support and their guidance. And again, welcome them. And now open your crown and send that channel all the way up into the heart of Source above. Plug right into the center of the heart. Open up your channel and begin to receive the divine nectar from the Divine Father into your being, into all layers of your being. So bring it all the way down, bring it down your channel, let it move into your heart and anchor it within your heart before it continues downward, spreading through every part of your body, moving into your cells, moving into your DNA, bringing healing, activation, rejuvenation on every level, and allow this light to continue down. And once it comes out of the bottoms of your feet, it creates these roots of light that enters into the earth and begins to move powerfully through the different layers of the earth, going all the way down until it reaches the center of the earth where the Divine Mother's heart is fully open and ready to receive you. Go ahead and anchor your roots. Connect your roots with the heart of the Divine Mother and open up to again receive her love, her nurturing, her essence, her blessings, her light, and bring it. It's like drink it up like a straw, right? Drink it up and bring it into your body, bring it into your heart, let it anchor and let it continue up, out of the top of your head, and let it spew into all three layers of your energetic bodies. There you go. Keep breathing. And from this place, bring your awareness back into your heart with your higher self, holding it down at the core, at the center, and see all three energies. So your higher self, the energy or the light from the Divine Father, and the one from the Divine Mother, all three coming together to create this powerful crystalline ball of light. And this ball of light it ejects this bigger ball of light that comes out of your body into the outside of your body, creating a bigger crystalline bubble of light around you. It's like a replica of it. And just breathe into the space where you're connected to above, below, your own divinity through your heart. And you have the circles of support around you. And breathe into this place. It's always great to start your day with this. Maybe started, doing this before you see your clients, doing this before you do healing on anybody, doing this before you start your day in general. before you leave your house. Breathe into this place of connection and anchoredness. And from this place, go ahead and ask which of these messages is or are for me this week. 1, 2, or 3. And once you have received your number or numbers, open your heart and open your eyes, ready to receive. So again, welcome to this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. You know, we move into this week with from a powerful weekend. You know, this weekend, you know, we had the Easter energy, but it's also what made it powerful is that the sun was spewing some energies on us, activating energies on us. And it showed up in the Schumann resonance. I keep saying and trying to say something else. You can see the spike and it just went up, 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 it paused, and then it went up again. And it was intense. So if you felt like you were ungrounded, or you were scattered, or you were emotional, or you were tired, any of the ascension symptoms this weekend, that was what was going on. So that's the energy that we are moving through to begin this week. And this week, the sun continues to bless us. So there's something special happening in the cosmos this week, and we call it the Jupiter Cazimi. So what that means is that Jupiter goes into the sun. Now, I feel like each planet gets the opportunity to go into the sun every now and then. The one that I'm most familiar with is Mercury Cazimi, and perhaps that shows up in my chart. That's why I'm familiar with it. But it is a time where the planet merges with the sun. And when that happens, you know there's major activation going on, right? The light particles, just everything in that planet gets activated. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about Jupiter. Jupiter represents expansion, right? How we expand from our limitations. Jupiter also represents our teachers and also our ability to create abundance through generosity. It is a very expansive energy, right? So the first thing that came in is that it doesn't matter if you've been doing the work or if you've been slacking on the work or you haven't been doing the work. First thing that Jupiter is going to show us in its full activation and radiance and capability is where you still feel stuck, where you still feel limited in your life, in your world, and also on the bigger scale in our world, right? But, you know, with these forecasts, I try to focus on our own world, like individual world, and because whatever we do in our world ripples out into the bigger world, right? Whatever work we do on ourselves blesses the bigger world. So immediately Jupiter and the sun coming together, it's like, okay, I'm going to bring, you know, major expansion, but let's look at ways that you are preventing your own expansion, ways that you still feel limited, where you feel limited, where you still feel stuck, and how can we dislodge that stuckness from your channel. And I think that's just beautiful, right? It's so beautiful. And so you have the ability to truly benefit from this Jupiter Cazimi this week. If you pay attention to where you're being asked to bring your energy, and when you bring your energy there, remember the universal energy will follow. So where in your life do you feel stuck? Where in your life do you feel limited? Where within you do you feel stuck? Where within you do you feel limited? And then bringing the energy there to push that plug out, to push that stuckness out so that you can get a nice flow. So we're all getting activated. And again, this started through the weekend and it's going to continue, right? But we're bringing the activation to the areas that prevent us from stepping into our full, I want to say our full radiance, but it's like our full potential. What is in the way of that? What is in the way of that blossoming? Right? And Jupiter is really here. Jupiter and the sun are both here to support us this week. So, you know, some of the ways that you can look at how this will show up for you is looking in your astrology chart. and looking at where Jupiter shows up in your chart. So look at where in your chart Jupiter shows up. You know, which house does Jupiter show up? And that's the house is going to tell you a lot about where, you know, you feel limited and stuck and where you have the potential to expand, right? So definitely look in your chart and see where, you know, the lessons or the opportunities will be coming from at this time. So with that said, yeah, it's such a yummy energy. You know, I love Jupiter. A lot of people correlate Jupiter to abundance and luck. And I think that's all coming from that expansive energy. But it does require you, it brings you first. And I think all the planets do this. It brings you first to what needs to be healed and released. And then through that, you step into the light version or the blessings of it. It opens you up so that you have the ability to receive the blessings that these planets want to give you at this time, right? So knowing how these planets influence you, you know, this is one of the reasons why I do these goddess energy forecasts each week, is so that you can become more aware about the universal energies and the cosmic energies that are constantly here to dance with us and co-create with us, right? So pay attention to where in your life this week are you feeling that resistance, that, oh, you know, I feel stuck, I feel heavy, you know, just bring the awareness there. And then, you know, what, that's all you're being asked to do. Just acknowledge that stuckness, acknowledge that limitation. And then the energy can flow in there and dislodge that stuckness, right? So I'm going to be bringing through the goddesses, gods, and guardians. So we're going to be bringing through some powerful mentors to work with this week to really help us to move through and also co-create with this powerful energy. So, you know, it's a great opportunity for us. So we can harness it so we can move forward. So I'm going to be using the goddesses, gods, and guardians deck. So shall we begin? All right. So if you received one, so go back to the beginning when we did the centering exercise. It's so interesting because as I looked at each card, I was like, oh my God, all these cards are mine. Like they're my cards for this week. The first card. So if you received card number 1, you are working with Saint or Goddess Bridget. You're working with Bridget this week. And look at how beautiful this card is. Now, Bridget is the goddess, my goddess mentor for the year. And again, if you're wondering, how do you discover your goddess mentor for the year? This is something that I teach in my Activate program and also my, of course, the Goddess Unleashed program. The Activate program, I'm going to be opening up again next month in May. So watch out for that. And that'll be the last time that I do this, do that program this year. The next time I open it up is going to be next year. So if you're interested, if you missed the first time, you have the opportunity, so look out for that. Okay. So Bridget, and she says, you are a healer. You are a healer. So immediately, like, just tuning into this and going back to the Jupiter Cazimi or Jupiter merging with the sun, you know, this part of your being is being activated and expanded. So if you already know you're a healer, if you're already on the healer's path, it's like discovering new ways of healing. It's like, for example, for me, you know, when I started speaking light language, it's like the next level of my ability to bring through healing and activation. So what is that next level for you? If you're not aware that you're a healer, this activation will be activating that aspect of you as a healer and what that looks like. So let's go ahead and go into the message a little bit about Bridget. If you don't know about Bridget, so Bridget in Irish is the Irish, Bridget is the Irish goddess of fire, water, healing, and medicine, poetry, and smithcraft. Her name means fiery arrow. Legend says that when she was born, a flame reached from her head to the heavens. Her feast day, Imbolc, on 1st of February, heralds the beginning of spring. Her symbols are thresholds, the hearth, spark and flames, holy wells, snowdrops, and the bride's cross made of reeds. The Celtic goddess of the flame and the well has arrived to take you across the threshold. Are you ready? This is a reinitiation into your ancient healing powers from Mother Earth. Bridget boldly declares, you are a healer. You carry tools, remedies, and skills earned during previous incarnations. The healing energy of the goddess is embedded in yourselves. If you need healing yourself, let Bridget's bright blessings light the way. Strengthen your belief in your own power to heal. Or are you being called to facilitate healing for others? Remember, a healer's job isn't to rescue people from their problems. It's a humble role that helps someone call in their own highest vision of health and well-being. It's always the person who's receiving the healing who chooses how, when, and to what extent they're ready to heal. The powerful ancient healer inside you may be scared of coming forward. You may be fearful of ridicule, criticism, or even punishment. Long ago, the deep knowledge you carry was stolen, discredited, and used against you. But it is safe now to light up the world with your healing gifts. You're here to facilitate deep healing for other beings and for Mother Earth. Here's an invocation, the invocation that you can use this week to really anchor, to call in Bridget's blessing to work with. Healing energies flow through me from the goddess. It is safe to heal. Healing energies flow through me from the goddess. It is safe to heal. Healing energies flow through me from the goddess. It is safe to heal. If you received one, that is your message from beloved Bridget. And again, this is another card that's for me. If you receive two, you are working with the butterfly maiden. Here you go, the butterfly maiden. Now, I am laughing because my spirit animal for this year is the butterfly. And actually, she came in as the butterfly maiden. It's so fascinating, right? So I am just like looking at them like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And she says, beautiful change. So there's a beautiful change in place for you this week. She says, keep your thoughts positive. Rejuvenation is in the air. A little bit about the butterfly maiden. So she is a Hopi American Indian Kachina, or spirit being, who links the human and divine world. She's a fertility and regeneration goddess who governs springtime. Butterfly maiden Kachina dolls are given to Hopi children to connect them with their traditional values. In Hopi culture, the yearly butterfly dance gives ceremonial thanks to the butterfly for pollinating plants and offers up prayers for rain and long life. Additionally, it's an important initiation rite for young girls. Butterfly maiden embodies the energy of renewal, optimism, and positive change. So this is the second time that the energy of spring has come through. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in springtime officially. So this is right in alignment with the nature energies that we're dancing with. Here's your message for this week. Butterfly maiden comes to uplift you today as she sees you might be getting stuck in persistent negative thoughts. So if you receive this card, where you're being shown the reason why you're feeling stuck is through your thoughts, the way you think. And that's where the change is happening this week for you. So maybe you're thinking that nothing will ever change for the better. Perhaps you've been through challenges and this has taken a toll on your mental, emotional, and physical health. Butterfly maiden offers you one of her many colorful butterflies and says, can you imagine yourself as this beautiful butterfly? What color are its wings? This is a healing color that will renew your dampened spirit. You've been cocooned or even stuck, but now is the time to expect a glorious change. By consciously choosing positive thoughts, By consciously choosing positive thoughts, you can renew your outlook and draw in good energy. Keep focused on how you want to feel, what you would love to experience, and believe it can be so. There's a need for change and renewal in your life, pure and simple. Maybe you would love a new job or a refreshed decor in your home, perhaps a change of scenery, a new hobby, or revitalized social life. Or it could be an overhaul of your entire set of circumstances that's on the horizon. See the butterfly I've sent you as a symbol of metamorphosis and fresh experiences. You're approaching a time of wondrous change. Embrace it with open wings. And here is your invocation for this week that you can use. Change is good for me. I expect the best. Change is good for me. I expect the best. Change is good for me. I expect the best. Card number 2, the Butterfly Maiden. Beautiful change. Let's move into card number 3. If you receive 3, you are working with the Egyptian god Ra. And he says, share your gift. Share your gift. So this is really cool because Jupiter might be expanding your platform so that you can share your gifts. You know, all of these cards are so like on point with me this week. So I wonder for you, you know, are you also called to all 3 cards, or which card did you resonate with the most? Share that with me. Feel free to share that with me. So a little bit, well, first, what Ra says, the perfect time is now. Say yes and show up. The perfect time is now. Say yes and show up. A little bit about Ra. Ra was the god of heaven, the sun, and the origin of life in Egyptian mythology. Described as creator of everything, he was so powerful and popular, and his worship so enduring that some scholars say that Egyptian religion had only one god, Ra. The Egyptians built solar temples in his honor, and throughout the dynasty periods, he took many other blended forms such as Ra, Harati, and Amun-Ra. Ra was a high priest in Atlantis and watches over those who are now rediscovering the ancient Atlantean gifts. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Okay, so here's your message. There was like, I was having like flashbacks to Atlantis. I was like, oh, that's where I know him from. Of course, I connected with him again in Egypt. And so it's really cool to like be taken to that past life as I'm reading the description. So here's his message for you this week. What are you waiting for? What do you keep putting off until tomorrow? You're locked in a frustrating cycle of inaction, and it's holding you back from contributing, creating, and sharing. Ra leads you into his temple and declares, the world needs what you have to give. There's no such thing as the perfect time to share your creations and energy. Have you used every excuse under the sun for why you can't do what you need to do? This procrastination is a smokescreen for your fears. Yes, it can feel scary to reveal your ideas and talents, but this is what we need from you. Sharing your deepest gifts will open the heart of humanity. Don't wait anymore, or you'll be waiting your whole life. Take guided action now, not later. Give generously of your radiant sun's light. It will be returned to you multiplied, and you will feel more alive than ever before. There are times when patience and more preparations are needed, but not now. This is a definite yes to move forward and place your gift on the collective sacred altar. You will never feel completely ready to give your deepest soul's gift, so start now. And here's your invocation. I will stop waiting and offer my light. I will stop waiting and offer my light. I will stop waiting and offer my light. Card number 3, you're working with Ra. And he says, it's time for you to stop procrastinating, stop making excuses, and share your light. Just beautiful, beautiful cards this week. And beautiful message. You know, Ra really Ra really reminds us again the power of the sun, the activation of the sun that we are receiving, that we have been receiving through the weekend, right? So it's just really cool to see, what comes through cosmically, and also, checking into the energy of us, and then bringing through the cards to bring us clarity and where we need to focus our energies for the week and what might come up. It's such a blessing, right? I hope you open up to receive this blessing. And I invite you to share this forecast with those that you feel like will benefit from hearing the messages. Yeah. And if you're an Apple Podcast, please go ahead and go to my podcast and write a review, because that will help this podcast also reach more people. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. Thank you for receiving these messages and showing up, choosing to receive it so that you can learn more about your own divine radiance and everything that is here to support you. Right. All right, my loves. Again, I am, that the doors to Goddess Unleashed is still open. I am calling in 8 more women to join this year. And then, I will be closing the door until next year. So if you're feeling called to walk on the journey with other women, the journey of remembering who you are, feeling supported, remembering your gifts, showing up in the world in the way that you feel confident and empowered, and just healing, and being in a community where you're loved for who you are, then come join. This journey is for you. From my heart to yours, until next time, have a wonderful sunlit week. And oh yes, lastly, if it is nice where you are, make sure that you spend some time in the sun for your physical body to also receive these sun codes. Okay. From my heart to yours. Bye, everyone.